Hey there, my friends. Welcome back to the channel, your cozy corner for all things healthy aging, wise living, and finding joy in our golden years. I'm so glad you're here today because we're diving into something truly special. As we navigate this beautiful season of life, we're always looking for ways to live longer, feel stronger, and embrace every moment with a smile. Today, I've got something to share that could be a real game changer. The one thing doctors wish every senior knew to live a longer, healthier, and happier life. Have you ever sat down with a doctor or a dear friend and felt like they dropped a pearl of wisdom that changed how you see things? That's what this is all about. I'm not here as some know-it-all expert, but as a friend who's been in the trenches of life, learning alongside you. I've talked to doctors, read the studies, and listened to stories of folks just like us, people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond, who are thriving. There's one piece of advice that keeps coming up, something so simple, yet so powerful it can transform how we age. Grab a cup of coffee, tea, or a comfy seat, and let's talk about this life-changing tip. It's not about fancy diets, expensive supplements, or some secret formula. It's something we can all do, starting today, to add years to our lives and life to our years. Ready? Let's dive in. So, what's the one thing doctors wish seniors knew? Your mindset shapes your health more than you think. The way you think, approach life, and see the world can literally add years to your life. I know that might sound a bit out there, especially if you're thinking, come on, I just need to eat more kale or walk 10,000 steps a day. Don't get me wrong, those things matter. But doctors and researchers are finding that your mindset, attitude, and emotional well-being are like the secret sauce to living longer and thriving in your golden years. Imagine two people, both in their late 60s. They eat similar diets, exercise a few times a week, and deal with the usual aches and pains of aging. One wakes up every morning with a sense of purpose, a smile, and a belief that life is still full of possibilities. The other feels weighed down, maybe a bit bitter about getting older, and worries a lot about what could go wrong. Guess who's more likely to live longer? Studies show us the person with the positive mindset. I'm not talking about being happy all the time. That's not realistic. It's about cultivating a mindset that's resilient, hopeful, and open to growth. Let's break this down so you can walk away with practical ways to make this work for you. Here are 3 key ways your mindset can help you live longer, with some stories and tips to bring it to life. First, let's talk about stress. We all know it's bad, but did you know chronic stress can shorten your life? When you're stressed, your body pumps out cortisol, a hormone that's great for short-term survival but terrible when it's always around. Cortisol can raise your blood pressure, weaken your immune system, and mess with your heart. Doctors see this in seniors, people carrying worry, regret, or resentment, and it's taking a toll on their bodies. The good news? Your mindset can shield you from stress. When you approach life with optimism and resilience, you're less likely to let stress take over. My friend Margaret, who's 72 and vibrant, went through a tough time a few years ago. Her husband passed away, and she had to move to a smaller home. It was a lot, but Margaret decided not to let grief or change define her. She started practicing gratitude daily, writing down 3 things she was thankful for, even on hard days. She'd say, it could be as simple as a warm cup of tea or a kind word from a neighbor. Over time, that habit changed how she saw the world. She still had sad moments, but she wasn't drowning in stress anymore. Science backs this up. A Harvard study found that people who practice gratitude regularly have lower cortisol levels and better heart health. They're less likely to get sick and more likely to bounce back from challenges. How can you do this? Start small. Every morning or evening, jot down 1 or 2 things you're grateful for. It could be your health, family, or just waking up today. Over time, this rewires your brain to focus on the good, lowering stress big time. Here's another tip. If you're feeling overwhelmed, try a simple breathing exercise. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Do it a few times, and you'll feel your body relax. It's like a reset button for stress. I do this when life gets hectic, and it's a lifesaver. Stress often comes from feeling stuck or powerless, but a positive mindset helps you see options. Instead of thinking, I can't do anything about this, ask, what can I do? Maybe it's talking to a friend, going for a walk, or letting go of what you can't control. That shift makes a huge difference. Next, your mindset can keep your brain young. You probably heard, use it or lose it about your brain, and it's true. But it's not just about crossword puzzles or learning a language, though those are great. It's about a growth mindset, believing you can still learn, grow, and try new things, no matter your age. I love the story of John, a 68-year-old retired teacher I met at a community center. John always wanted to play the guitar, but never got around to it when younger. When he retired, he thought, why not now? He signed up for lessons, even though he was the oldest in the class. At first, he struggled and felt embarrassed, but he kept at it, telling himself, I'm not too old to learn. Today, John plays in a local band with people half his age, and he swears it's keeping him young. He's sharper, happier, and more connected to his community. Research supports this. A Yale study found seniors who believe they can grow and learn have better cognitive function and are less likely to develop dementia. Why? New experiences build neural connections, even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. What's something you've always wanted to try? Maybe painting, gardening, or learning a smartphone app your grandkids talk about. Give yourself permission to be a beginner. It's okay to mess up or feel silly at first. That's how growth happens. Every time you try something new, you're telling your brain, we're still in the game. Set a small learning goal this month, like watching a YouTube tutorial or joining a local class. If you're unsure where to start, ask a friend or family member. They might join you. I tried baking bread last year, and my first loaf was a disaster. Now I'm the queen of sourdough, and it's been so fun. What could your new adventure be? Finally, let's talk about purpose. Doctors say one of the biggest predictors of a long life is having a sense of purpose, something that gets you out of bed. It doesn't have to be huge, like solving world hunger. It can be tending your garden, volunteering at church, or being there for your grandkids. Purpose gives life meaning, and meaning keeps you going. I met Sarah, a 75-year-old who volunteers at an animal shelter. She's had health challenges, arthritis, a heart scare, but says the shelter keeps her going. Those dogs need me, she told me, and knowing I'm making a difference, even in a small way, makes me feel alive. Sarah's not just helping animals, she's helping herself. Studies show people with purpose live longer, have lower depression rates, and sleep better. How do you find purpose? Ask yourself, what do I love? What makes me feel useful? Maybe it's family time, helping a neighbor, or a hobby that lights you up. Try the 5 Whys exercise. Ask, why do I want to live a long life? Then ask why. 5 more times to get to what matters. For me, it's being there for my kids and grandkids, sharing stories, leaving a bit of love in the world. What's it for you? If you're stuck, try something small. Write a letter to a friend, plant a flower, help at a local event. Those acts add up. If you're retired, this is your chance to do what you've always wanted. You've got a gift to share, your wisdom, humor, kindness. The world needs it, and so do you. To wrap this up, your mindset, how you see the world, can reduce stress, keep your brain young, and give you purpose. Those 3 are the trifecta of living longer and better. You don't need to overhaul your life. Start small. Write down something you're grateful for. Sign up for a class, or think about what gives your life meaning. You're not alone. We're all figuring this out together. I've seen so many in their golden years transform their lives by shifting their mindset. It's not about denying aging's challenges. We all have aches and pains. It's about focusing on what's possible, good, and still ahead. My neighbor Tom, 80 years young, had 2 knee replacements and a bout with cancer, but you'd never know it from his attitude. Every morning, he walks his dog, chats with everyone, and tends his vegetable garden. He told me, I decided long ago I'm going to live every day like it's a gift. That's the mindset we're talking about, not ignoring the hard stuff, but seeing the gift in every day. So, there you have it. Your mindset matters. It's not about perfection or pretending everything's rosy. It's choosing gratitude over stress, growth over stagnation, purpose over apathy. It's believing your golden years can be your best years. Try one thing this week to shift your mindset. Start a gratitude journal, try a new hobby, or call a friend to share what's on your heart. Take that first step and see how it feels. If you're comfortable, comment below and let me know what you're trying. I'd love to hear from you. Your story might inspire someone else. Thank you for being here, showing up, and choosing to live with wisdom and joy. This channel is about celebrating the beauty of aging, and you're a big part of that. If you enjoyed this, give a thumbs up, share with a friend, and hit that subscribe button so we can keep this conversation going. Until next time, keep shining, keep growing, and keep living with all the love and wisdom you've got. Here's to a long, healthy, joyful life. See you soon.